In this video, I'll be going over validating your data, which is a crucial step whenever you're importing new source product data, building sources to your product catalog, or creating channel listings from your catalog. The most important things to look at whenever a new source comes in is clicking into items and validating the data. Did the title come over properly? Is the SKU field proper? UPC is valid, and an MPN as well. This is all variant data that lives on the variant product page. You can also validate that your prices are aligned how they are. If you see any issues here, the first thing to check would be your mapping template to make sure you've mapped the proper columns, or potentially there could be some bad data in the fields that maybe you can use a rule to help clean up or modify. You also want to make sure if you have images, those are loading properly. Same with dimensions. One thing to make sure you look at here on your dimensions, that the length, width, and height are following the proper format. And if there's a dimension unit provided, you'll want to make sure you use that as well to make sure any rules down the line that are based off of any dimensions follow the proper unit. The other section to check as well on items would be the parent section, where categories live, making sure those are properly importing and lining up based on your data file or the system we're importing data from. Making sure the description looks clean, there's no errors in here. Again, if there might be some bad data or things like that a lot of times you can create a rule to help clean up or modify. So this is on the source import, but then once you build products to your product catalog, you'll want to do the same thing. Click on a few items, making sure that the data lines up how you expect, nothing is missing. Where if you see data missing here, you might not have properly mapped it on your product builder from the source page. Again, double check a few items on the variant and parent view. Make sure all your data looks fine here. Categories, again, are lining up, especially if you choose to map your categories, making sure those are applying properly as well and everything looks clean. And very similar to channel listings, once you build products here, you want to take a look at these. Again, clicking through the variant and parent section on these, making sure the SKUs and UPCs are lining up. Again, in your product builders or your channel listing builder, if you apply any rules to modify that data, you want to come here and just double check that those rules are applying properly and how you'd expect. And again, check the parent and variant section because there's data points that live on the parent, such as categories and the parent description, that you'll want to verify as well.